Hello, I'm Gemma from Customer Focus. Thank you for choosing to watch this video today. Today we're going to look at the order management side of Business in a Box software. When you sign in to uk.customerfocus.com/vision, you are presented with this screen, the dashboard. The dashboard displays information of your company's trading throughout the last calendar year. Anyone with an admin account registered on your website will be able to see this information regarding your company's performance as a whole. However, an individual with a standard user profile will only be able to see this information regarding their own performance throughout this same time period. The featured product box on the dashboard contains the same products that are shown on the product detail view. Today we will look at how to add a customer onto the system, how to perform product research, and also how to complete a project from presentation to sales invoice. To add a contact, go to the Customer tab on the navigation bar and choose New Contact. You will be brought to the Create Customer screen. Here you should enter all the relevant details regarding the customer you want to add to your website. Remember that the more information you put onto the system, the more helpful the system can be to you in the long term. Click Save when you have all the information required added into the relevant fields. You will then be taken to the Edit Customer screen. There are several tabs in here where you should add further information about your customer. Moving to the customer database, I will show you what a fully populated customer record will look like once complete. To get to the customer database, go to the Contacts tab again, and this time choose the Customers option. Here you can use the search bar to find a specific customer within your system, as they will be listed here. Looking at the specific test customer, you can see all the information is populated within company info, contact info, additional addresses, marketing, payment info, notes, activities, and logo. Once you have added or found the customer you are completing a presentation for, go to Products and then Overview. Within this screen, you have featured products listed first. These are new and noteworthy special offers and top sellers. Using the features in the two boxes at the left-hand side, you can begin searching for products. For example purposes, I am going to search for pens. So to do this, enter the word pen into the search bar and hit enter. Upon doing so, you will be faced with a list of the pens available within the system. Next, you have a few options with what to do with your chosen product. You can add to clipboard, which will add the product to your clipboard at the top right. You can add to project, and by doing this, the next time you run any part of a project, this product will show within it. Do note that if you log out of the system and log back in, this product will not be remembered on the Add to Project function. You can also click Details to see further details about the product. Here you can view any images of the product that have been uploaded. You can view the pricing and additional costing. And to the right, you can see the product description, imprint methods, lead times, and supplier information will be listed here. Going back into the product search, you can see how the products have been sorted. By default, products are sorted by score. A product score is determined by how much information is added to it when it's uploaded. This means that the products with the most information added to them will have the biggest score and will appear higher in the search results. Note that if you see a catalogue icon on a product like this, it means it is price guaranteed for the next 12 months, running from January to January for Spectrum products and April to April for Envoy products. Business in a Box members are given access to the Spectrum catalogue, so you can assume these prices will be guaranteed from January to January. If for any reason you're using an old catalogue, you can still search for the products within them by scrolling to the bottom of the page and clicking the Search Expired Catalogues link, although do note that the prices in the expired catalogue cannot be price guaranteed and may have changed. However, the supplier information will still be correct. Other filters you can use are lowest and highest price. You can also change the sorting by choosing popularity or latest. Choosing one of these will change the order that your products are listed in. The options score and popularity generally bring up the same or at least similar products, and latest is a great way of seeing which suppliers are updating their products. The clipboard function offers a quick way to add multiple products to a project. You can remove products that are in the clipboard by either ticking the tick boxes of the products that you want removing and hit the Remove button, or to remove all, you can use the Select All function and then hit Remove. Moving on to sending a presentation to a customer, first go to Projects and then New Project. You will be taken to the Create a Project screen. Here you should enter a subject name, choose a customer, pick a target date, and enter any additional notes about the project if required. Once you've done this, hover over the Next button, and when the drop-down menu appears, click whichever document it is you would like to create. If you are wanting to create a repeat order that you want to generate again and you have the quote number, then you can choose any of the copy options. At this stage, we're going to create a presentation. Please note that a presentation differs from a quote in the sense that a presentation contains multiple quantity breaks and multiple print methods for any given product, whereas a quotation lists single options per line. There are 4 ways to add data to a presentation. You can use the Find a Product button, which will bring up the same product search function from before. You can use the Create a New Product button that will enter a product onto the system for this project alone, nowhere else within Vision. If you do, however, want to store this product in the system long term, go to Products and then New Product, add as much information into the product information screen as possible, and click Check Save Product. Creating a product here means it will become available for any web store you have, whereas if you create a product within a web store, it is only available there and cannot be used elsewhere. Another way to add a product to your project is to use the Add to Project button. Alternatively, you can use the clipboard to do this. Open the clipboard, select the desired products for the project, and click Add Selected to Current Presentation. You'll then be taken to a screen with options for each product added to the presentation. Looking into the Edit Product section, here you can change the logo on the product by hitting Change Logo and selecting one of your choice, or by hitting Use Customer's Logo to display what their logo will look like on their selected product. By going into Prices, you can change the imprint methods here and see a breakdown of the product's pricing details. You can add more than one imprint method if required by hitting the Add Option button. Hit Save to confirm any changes you have made within here. You will then see the changes reflected on the presentation. Once all the details here are complete, move on to the Design tab, where you will see a preview of the PDF that you'll be sending to your customer. You will see the products listed on the PDF and all their details, including the changes you made previously. Once you're happy with the PDF, hover over the Next button again. This time you can either choose to save the PDF option, which allows you to save a copy of this into your local system, where you can then send it out to the customer using your usual email client. Or you can use the Send Share option, which sends the document directly from this software. There are further options to copy to quotation, convert to sales order, or view project overview. If you choose to copy to quote at this stage, you will be taken to the project overview screen. Here you can see the project number, which if searched for at any later time will bring you back to this project overview screen. Going into the quotation, you can now click Edit Document, where you can see again a breakdown of the products ordered for this quote. However, they are now listed in a different format than before. If you click on the blue arrow next to any product code and click on Related Costs, you will see all the additional costs that are set up against that product. Hit Select to add an additional imprint method to a product. This will then be added to the bottom of the list, where you can use the drag and drop method to place it wherever you would like it to be displayed. As before, to change any of the pricing details here, simply click within the box and then enter the price you would like, and the margins will then be adjusted appropriately. If selected, the roll-up price option will update the sell price to reflect the quantities chosen and then remove the sell price from the individual rows. If you then change the quantity break, the system will, by default, update the sell and cost lines with the appropriate values in accordance to the quantity break. The system here lists the product, and then any additional costs are positioned in the separator lines below the product. To add a separator line, hit the Insert button and choose the Line Break option. This will add a blank line break to the bottom of the list, which you can drag and drop to the product required and fill in the information for the additional costs. To remove any options you have made, simply click the blue X at the end of the relevant row. If you click the blue arrow at the side of a product, you can edit the information within the further details and the imprint details boxes. You can also change the related cost information here, including print method and VAT. If you want to change VAT of the whole document, simply go to the drop-down menu within the General Settings box and choose from the options there. Also within this box are the options to change the number of days the quote is valid for by editing the Valid For box. In the next tab, named Shipping, are all the shipping details for the project. Going back into the Design tab, you will see that unlike in the presentation, there are no product images here in the quotation. If you want the images to show, just click the button named Detail View and the images will be displayed. On page 2 of the quote design, you will see the terms and conditions. If you want to change these, go to Settings, then go to System, and then go to the Terms and Conditions in the drop-down menu. In the screen here, you have the options to amend the terms and conditions for quotes, purchase orders, sales orders, and sales invoices. Moving back onto the quote, the next step is to send this to the customer. You have the same options as before to either send off this system or save the PDF and send via your own emails. There is also now the option to order samples, which will create a purchase order for one of each product. Whether the sample is free of charge will depend entirely on the supplier and must be confirmed by contacting them beforehand. There is also the option to convert to sales order or view the project overview. You can also get to the project overview by clicking the edit button next to the project number, and if you click the edit button next to customer, you can view the customer's details. To create a quote to a sales order, click the appropriate option in the next menu and you will be taken to the sales order screen. In terms of changing any details within this screen, the steps remain the same as in the quotation. On a sales order, there are the proof and urgent options, and if you make changes to these, you must click Save. On the sales order, there is the option to apply deposit. When clicking into this, simply type the amount of deposit you want to add into the Amount Accepted box and click the Apply Payment button. There are also options of generating a sales invoice or creating a purchase order. Also, if we go to the Design view, you can click the box marked as Print as Pro Forma Invoice to change the document into a Pro Forma invoice. Moving forward, if you click the Create Purchase Order button, you will see a pop-up come on screen advising you that a purchase order has been created. The pop-up will also include any purchase order numbers and any suppliers too. This action takes you back to the Project Overview screen. You can see here that the Project Overview contains more than one supplier. The purchase orders will be split by supplier and given their own purchase order numbers. If you want to view the purchase order PDF by single supplier, click the View PDF button, and to make any changes within this, then click the Edit Document button. Returning to the sales order, you now have the option to generate an invoice. Clicking the Generate Invoice button will prompt a pop-up to appear advising you when this has been completed. You will then be taken to the Build an Invoice screen. You can make the same changes here as you were able to make in the previous section. Within the next menu, you now have the option to view the previous sections you have completed. If you choose the Send Share option, you will be presented with a Send Email box. Enter the relevant email address here. Wait for the PDF to be generated onto the email and hit Send. You again will see a pop-up advising your email has been sent. Going back to the Build an Invoice screen, you will see the status has now changed to Part Paid instead of New. If you now go to the Project Overview screen and click Save, you can go to the Invoices section and you have the option now to mark the invoice as paid or to raise a credit note. You will not have these options if you don't send the invoice. That was a very quick run through of this process. If you go to the Projects tab and then Overview, you will be able to see all the documents that have been created on the system from newest to oldest. If you go to Job Board, you will see an overview of the projects that are outstanding within the system and what is outstanding within them, going from oldest to newest. To find the one we've just created, we'll go to the last page. As you can see, there are 10 days left on this project. This is highlighted by the number in the yellow box. We can see that it is marked as in production, shipped and invoiced, however it has not been marked as completed yet. If we go to Production Planner, you will see this screen. Again, the projects are listed oldest to newest as before. As shown in the sales order section, the options to mark as proof or urgent can be seen here. If they have been checked, you will see a green tick mark here against the relevant project. Any notes put in the notes section will be viewable by anyone who has the appropriate permissions to view the order. Moving back into presentation in the Projects tab, you will be able to see all the presentations that are in the system. This is the same for the Quotes option, Sales Order option, Purchase Orders and Sales Invoices. If you go onto the Report section, you will be taken to the Build a Report screen. Choose the options within Report Area, Report Details and Date range. You can view reports here. For example, by choosing Customer, New Customers and Last Year, you will see a report of all the new customers added into your system within the last year. You then have the option to export this report as either a CSV file, an XLS file or a PDF file. Any document that can be created in the system can be viewed here. Marketing reports will only report on marketing tags you have added onto the contacts. If you go onto Contacts and into Suppliers, you will see a list of all the suppliers available within the system, along with any suppliers you've added yourself. These suppliers will differ between the UK and the US system. Moving on to Import Customers, this works the same way as Import Prospects, where you can download the appropriate CSV file or re-upload the appropriate CSV file. It is recommended that no more than 200 entries are imported at any one time to prevent a timeout in your connection. For further information on the Websites tab and the Integrations tab, go to customerfocushelp.com to view our other videos and help sheets where these subjects are covered. You can fill in your constant contact details here too, and we'll set your account up, which will allow you to link together your customer database from Customer Focus and your database from Constant Contact together.